Good morning, everyone. I hope you brought your drink. This is the first day of fall of the last quarter, not really the first day of fall, but it's a new season. It's a new day, a new month, a new quarter. Um, and I know that dates our show for saying that, but it's true. Every day is a new beginning. Every Monday morning is a new beginning. Oops. Okay, let me do this. See my fingers? See how fat this one is?
Yeah.
Comparison.
Yeah.
Today's show is the reward worth the risk?
And the pain, yeah. So right
Pain.
now, my poor friend here. I wish I could go down and magically go down and hug her and kiss her boo boo better.
Yeah,
However,
kiss my
doesn't
boo
work
boo,
that way.
everybody. Oh, there we go. Kiss my boo boo. I mean,
Kiss your boo boo.
look at it. It shows better there. Look at that. It's red.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna tell on her, Carol. Hey, you know what? We're real and raw. You know, Barbara and Carol. We're the Mavens of Motivation, and it's real and raw. Poor Carol got stung by a bee on her finger 3 times. So she showed you her finger. She showed me her tummy. Oh, brother, she got stung by a bee. That is painful. However, she's harvesting honey. I can't wait to get some.
Well, I don't know. We'll see if you are worthy of the Henderson, let's see, Grandpa Henderson's homestead's honey.
Honey, I
It's a
am
lot of ages.
so so looking forward to it. But anyway, so that enough of the falderall here. One of the things that we were talking about, and yesterday when I was in church, the sermon was on love, on hope, and how much there is hopelessness in the world. And right now, one small kudos for the US, like I look at the happiness report, and we used to get this 16th in the world of happiness. We're now up to 15, and yet the happiness level is horrendously bad in this country because people are lonely. The numbers are out the roof. So that's what I thought. We are going into most of the time, for many people, we are going into the hardest time of the year.
Yes.
Especially if they have lost a loved one.
Mm-hmm.
And
or
so
have estranged children.
Or have, in my case, it's estranged children. Never ever thought I would be estranged from one of my children. However,
or like I have my middle son is up in Washington State. Now, for
yeah,
those y'all don't know, I'm in Texas. That
yeah,
is a long way, and 6 of my grandchildren are up there.
right,
Six
six,
of them.
yeah, exactly. And and the funny thing for me is, like, some of my grandchildren live with me, and I go days without seeing them because they're busy. They have school, they have job, they have cars.
Yeah,
Soon
that's
as they
the
got
big.
their own car and their driver's license, that was it. But you know what the thing
Unless
is?
they need to borrow the car.
Well, yes. Or exactly. Or, gee, Grammy, could you let the dog out, tonight before you go to bed, and tomorrow morning when you get up, because you know what, I'm not coming home. Okay, fine. And so I get those kind of texts. Absolutely. And love that. And that's one of the things, because one of the things that I think we all want to feel needed.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us to the little subject it's a big subject of the loneliness. And I had a gentleman just last week that said to me, he lost his wife not too long ago. And he said to me, you know what, Barb, I am so lonely. And right at that second, it absolutely dawned on me of why one of the reasons that Carol and I are building businesses, why we are teaching people how to build a business for themselves. And it's really not about the business.
And it's
It's
not even
about,
always about the money.
and
I
it's
mean,
not
our shows are
exactly.
not monetized. I was thinking about that today. We do this because we love the people that come on and watch. We want to improve
Exactly.
the world. And we don't make a dime off of this show.
Maybe eventually we will,
Yeah,
but right
who
at this
knows?
moment, no. Because I don't want to, for myself, I don't want to have commercials put in the middle of our show
No.
that we might not necessarily agree with.
Oh, can I do a little aside on that?
Sure.
I was watching one of the homesteaders that we watch, and he was talking about a couple of years Tractor Supply did these different kind of little heat things for their chicks, their baby chicks during chick days. And the chicks were dying. They were having pasty butt, which is where their little poop gets on their little baby feathers and gets them stopped up. And it kills them. And the way these heat things were done, it was allowing high death rate, where normally they run around in a little tank with a heat lamp and wood shavings on the ground, on their ground. And this was not that way. And they were stacked up. And yes, it gave a smaller footprint. Yeah, there were some advantages for us, but it was very disadvantageous for the things. But he was calling out Tractor Supply on his show, saying, I have tried to get them to go back. I've tried to do this. And it was after he got tons and tons of people involved, and they started talking to their Tractor Supplies, that the corporate went back to the tanks with the sawdust in the bottom, or wood shavings. So anyway, on the thing, he's sitting there just railing against Tractor Supply and how they weren't being proactive and they weren't listening. There was a Tractor Supply commercial.
Michelle, that came on.
The
Exactly.
AI said, oh, this is a good place to advertise Tractor Supply. Not really.
Not really. Right, exactly. And so that's one of the things when I was talking to him, I said, one of the benefits of building a business, yes, you are building a business, and I'm really working now on changing that. I'm helping people to build businesses, because it is not about building the business. It is his comment was that he was lonely. What better way to meet people than to help them with the two things that most people pray about: their health and their finances.
Yeah.
And so that's what I said to him. I said, you know what? You can build a business for yourself, get your health so that you are feeling so good that it shows. Yesterday, I had a man said to me at church, on my way into church, he said, gee, Barb, he said, you just look like you're vibrant. And I said, well, when you feel good, it shows.
Yes.
When your body feels good, it shows.
Yes.
And it leaves clues.
Well,
And most people don't know what feeling good really feels like. So
I know
enough of my
somebody that
soapbox.
didn't. I know somebody that when I first started talking to him, they're going, I'm good. I feel great.
Yeah.
I have everything I need.
Yeah.
I don't know who that person was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She didn't know what she didn't know.
You don't know what you don't know. And I had been in the wellness space for 30 years. So when Carol introduced me to what we do now, and if you and really, this is a shameless plug. If you want to feel really good, reach out to us. Reach out to us. We're a team.
Yeah.
Reach out to us.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. Send us a private message. Whatever, by snail mail,
Yeah. However, Pony Express.
Pony Express, however you get it to us. Because if you're ready to feel good, and then it is such a blessing when somebody comes back to you. I'm going to share one little story. One of my successes right at this moment. My new man, he has been on for 5 days. In the first 5 days, noticeable difference. And now his wife is looking at him going, I might have to look at this.
Well, and that's the thing. So many companies say you have to have 90 days. Some items, yeah.
Yes.
Like
some
a
things
probiotic for your gut. Yes, it takes a while for those to recolonize and such. But our products, for the most part, you will notice in the first week or two.
Yeah.
Just like when we started doing the brain thing, all of a
Oh,
sudden we were getting more work done. We were having better shows. We didn't bunny trail during our work time. We still bunny trail on our show, but we didn't bunny trail we
yeah.
didn't talk about this, that, and the other nonsensical stuff when we were supposed to have our heads, heads down,
And,
backsides
and,
up, nose
and working. Yeah. So, but then what it just really struck me that, what a great way to alleviate loneliness. You can make friends all over the world.
Well, and the shutdown really changed a lot of
Yeah.
people's lives. Some people have never gone back to work,
I've never
not
recovered.
because they don't want to. It's that their job was done away with and they've not been able to find something suitable.
Right.
And they're talking about another one. Personally, it's like, don't comply.
Seriously.
But I do live out in the middle of nowhere. There's no way that I can not go out and take care of my animals and such as that. But it is something you need to stay busy. You need
Right.
to have something to put your heart into.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that right there, and like from my example, animals, they can break your heart. If a predator gets in and takes some of your babies out, and there's nothing you've done right or wrong, or nothing you've done wrong, it can be traumatic. It truthfully can be traumatic, but it does. It's amazing. That's why so
Right.
many people
It's
in
the
this
cycle of life. The
pets.
cycle
Yeah,
of life.
yeah. So many people have pets and
Right.
such. And that's, but we in America, and that I think that's part of our happiness thing, is that we look at movies, we look at media, we look at all those kinds of things. And growing up, we lived in a one level, well, it was a little split level house, but it was one level. Okay. It wasn't a two-story house. And all the shows, Leave It to Beaver, My Three Sons, Father Knows Best, they all had two-story houses, every one of them. None of them lived like in a ranch style house or
Right.
anything like that. So, and I thought, oh, we don't have, I always wanted an upstairs. And then I also always wanted a basement. Well, my house has a basement, my party barn has an upstairs. So
Yeah.
I
So
have them
yeah.
both now. But God does give you the desires of your heart so often, if you trust him and wait. But to say the TV and movies, I sometimes long for the days on the prairie when they didn't even typically have mirrors. They did
Right.
not have a mirror to look in. If a woman had a mirror, that was a big deal. But think about it as if you didn't know what your hair looked like. You
Right.
didn't worry
Yeah.
about putting lipstick on. You
Right.
didn't worry about any of that visual or what
That
other
outside
people
things,
have, what other
the
people have that
external.
you don't have. My mother always said that I felt like that I thought that all these other kids had every toy I had plus what they had.
Yeah.
Because they would have, that might be a family of 5 or 6, and they'd have toys, and I'm like, oh my stars. Growing up, I would wrap empty boxes and put them under the tree because I was an only child. I was incredibly blessed and lavished upon, but our tree looked less
But right.
full
Well,
than my
yeah.
best
Look
friend, who
there.
was one of 6. My
Right.
best friend growing up was one of 6. The girl next door was one of 3. And I'm like, our tree looks kind of bare. So that's what I did to
Exactly.
decorate the tree as a kid.
Right. And that comes back to perception.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is and I think that's what it just even just thinking about it right at this moment, what is your perception of building a business?
Well, and
Is it
what
that
is
you
your
have to go out
gratefulness level?
and where is your gratefulness level? Where's your gratitude? And that for me, that comes back to grab your day. That's one of the things that I teach is grab your day. Be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Start your day with gratitude. Reflect on where you are and where you want to be.
I'm grateful that I'm harvesting honey,
And you're harvesting honey.
even with the pain and terror that it caused.
Exactly. And and so the A part of it is have an affirmation about something that you want to improve on.
Mhm.
And then the B part of grab is boost your body. Get outside. Go do something. Even like during the winter, hey, I live near Chicago. The winter out here, although this year I have joined the Y. So I'm going to go swimming this winter because walking, I don't like to walk when it's icy. And we get ice and snow. And so I do walk. Last year I did walk at home, where I'm just walking in place and in my house. So whatever it is that you're going to do, but you get to choose. And what better way to choose to impact the world than to help people with their health and their finances,
Yeah. Oh,
and meet people and make friends all over.
well, yeah. Barbara and I, we talk almost daily. I won't
Yeah.
say every single day, but almost daily we talk.
Very seldom do we miss.
Right, right. But, and we were in a mastermind for 4 or 5 years before we started doing these shows. And we have become fast friends, but it's because of our businesses that we came together. It's because of our health journey that we came together and work as we do. And it will change your life. It will change your life to do something. And the beauty of doing a business in the way that we do it. And I mean, we can train you in any number of businesses. I mean, It doesn't just have to be health. We have the tools to train you in what your bent or leaning is.
Right. Exactly.
And on the affirmations of the day, let me just say, if you don't know what a good affirmation is, read Psalm 91 and put yourself in it. I dwell in the secret place of the Most High. Or another thing is, did you know that there are actually 31 Proverbs? The whole book of Proverbs, there's 31 of them. Read one of them a day. There's your affirmation in her grab program. Be grateful and then read a psalm and make it personal. Everybody knows the 23rd Psalm, but put your name in it. Well, and in fact, the 23rd Psalm is written it is written in the first person, but take all the Psalms and read where you can, and all of them you can't, but where you can, read them in, like on the wife in Proverbs 31.
Right.
I am a wife of good report. My husband is blessed to have found me.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We can boost ourselves up. And yet, like one of the things in our group is that our faith is helping us to build our businesses, and our businesses are helping us to grow our faith.
Yes. If you're looking for a business that is faith-based and totally out there about it, no compromise, no apologies, from the top down, give us a call.
Give us a call. Reach out to us.
Amazing.
Yeah. And and one of the things I was on a call the other day is that we get to choose. Like in my grab program, you get to choose what you're going to be grateful for. I mean, lots of times my thing is I'm grateful for indoor plumbing. Carol and I hear that. Carol hears that from me all the time. I'm grateful for indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
But you get to choose what you're going to reflect on.
Well, and I'm grateful for plumbing that works. Just because it's indoors, some people don't have, they might have the indoor plumbing, but it doesn't work for whatever.
Not working right. Or like in our case, our hot water heater flooded our basement. Okay, and that was not cool. But you can choose what affirmation you're going to say. Have an affirmation every day, like in the book of Proverbs. You can choose every day what you're going to do to boost your body. Yeah, it's all about choice.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be going to the gym and doing this powerlifting workout. Exactly. It can be very simple. It can be at home, and I mean, mowing the grass. Of course, we're coming into winter, raking the leaves for those of y'all that have trees.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And so that's what this show is all about, giving you tips and tools and just little things that you can do to improve, spiral, as Carol says all the time, spiral up your life, because it's a choice. Your life is a choice.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I just really encourage you to, if right at this moment you're lonely, reach out to us. Let's show you how to impact others, because you know what? The most joyful thing that you can ever do, you can do something for yourself. Absolutely. And it will give you happiness. It'll give you joy. But when you do something for someone else and they come back to you and their children comes back to you and their children comes back to you, that is the gift that continues to give and to give and to give and to give. And that's because that's not about building a business for today. It's about leaving a legacy for the future.
Well, and something
If
else.
you want to build a legacy, reach out to us.
Yeah. And if any of you want, like we've said before, if you want just an inspirational card from us,
Oh yes, absolutely.
put it in the private message. We need a mailing address. We're not going to come to your home and knock on the door. Obviously.
I expect you to bring us dinner.
Yeah. Just, we need a mailing address. And if there's something particularly that you need, if there's been a loss or if there's been a celebration,
Yes.
a new child or something, but write and we will send you a card. So yeah, that is something that we love to do because that improves our lives and it improves yours. And so, yeah.
Absolutely. So just be mindful of your life. It is your life. You only get one of them.
That's true. So if you're watching on Facebook, please click like and share. It helps us to build our show and our brand to help more people to feel good about their day. So click like and share. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell, and that way you'll know that we have something coming up, because I do preview all of them, and you'll know something that is coming up and what the subject is. So, and then give us a thumbs up because that helps the algorithms, and share it with your friends. So please tell people about us, because that's our goal, is to motivate you to have a better life, to have a better day, and to spiral up. Because so often people are spiraling down due to the words of their mouth or the choices that they've made. But any day you can change.
Right.
So
you can choose.
Mondays are the biggest day people change things, because it's the beginning of the week. The beginning of the month is the next one, and New Year's is coming up. So we may be talking about resolutions later, but it's better to do the little things instead of making these, I'm going to join the gym and I'm going to work out for an hour a day. It's like, no, you're not. You might join the gym, but
right. and you might last. I think the average is 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks.
2 weeks. I love the thing about saying that they're going to open a gym called Resolutions. And then after 2 weeks, they're going to turn it into a bar. Because that's what people will continue doing.
Exactly. So everyone, have an awesome week.
Yes.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.